Hey everyone, it's March 21st, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with serial killer Darren Deon Vann, who killed at least 7 women in Indiana in 2013 and 14, though likely dozens more. And that is him right up there. After his birth in 1971, not much is known about his childhood or what may have caused him to turn out as he did, but we do know that he was married for 16 years to his friend's mother, a woman 30 years his senior. He briefly served in the Marine Corps, but was other than honorably discharged after just 2 years in 1993 for conduct that was incongruent with the Marine Corps' expectations and standards, whatever that means. He served time in prison for threatening the life of his girlfriend after splitting from his wife, and in 2009 did a stint behind bars for raping a sex worker in Texas. In 2010, a reporter analyzed crime data and realized a serial killer was at work in Gary, Indiana, and urged the authorities to look into 15 suspicious deaths he identified. A coroner concurred with his conclusions and also urged the authorities to set up a task force, but both were rebuffed. But in 2014, a 19-year-old prostitute was found dead in a Motel 6 in Gary, and cell phone records of the victim were able to identify Vann as a suspect. When questioned by police, he confessed to strangling the woman and told authorities he was involved in several other murders as well. Vann took the police to multiple abandoned buildings across Gary, leading them to the corpses of 6 other young women. His victims were largely young women he met through Backpage, which at the time was a hotbed of ads from sex workers. They would be enticed to meet him in motels with promises of money for sex, but instead they received Vann's hands around their throats, their bodies later being left in vacant structures. Initially choosing to represent himself in court, which is always a great idea, Vann's legal proceedings lasted over 4 years, and he confessed to murders in multiple other states, including California, North Carolina, Texas, and the nearby states of Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. He first asked to be given the death penalty as soon as possible, saying that he didn't want to give details about his victims in other states for fear that it would cause the process to take longer, delaying his execution. Statisticians have noted that while he was incarcerated in Texas in 2009, the murder rate among sex workers in Chicago actually dropped by a significant amount, leading credence to his claims, though some believe his confessions were merely a ploy to delay his day in court. Vann eventually pleaded guilty in 2018 to 7 murders as part of a plea bargain to avoid the death penalty, though if his earlier claims are to be believed, his real count could be in the dozens. When asked how he selected his victims, he said that they were just picked at random, and that when he felt the urge to murder, he would hop on a bus or train to get away from his family to keep them safe. Investigators continue to look into additional murders, especially in Illinois, to try and tie them to Vann, while he is spending the rest of his life in prison in Indiana, but refusing to cooperate with these efforts. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Darren Deon Vann, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.